question today, why does Drew Ryder hate Dan the man? It's like, I've read a few comments in the net, people are like, Drew Ryder hates Dan, and there's a big fight, and it's like, come on now. This is crazy. Like, me and Dan, we hang out together, we get along together. Just because someone might have a disagreement about a nutrition paradigm or whatever doesn't mean they hate each other. Both Dan and myself, we like to sort of sensationalize things a bit to get a few more hits. That's what we do. But there's definitely no conflict between us. Disagreements in nutrition, for sure. Doesn't mean we hate each other. That's a big misconception people have in the health world, is like, if you disagree with someone, you automatically hate them. But that's just an assumption people make up in their head. And whenever we assume something, it's like they're saying, you make an ass out of you and me. Assume. So instead of making assumptions, let's look at the facts. So me and Dan, we get along well. We've gone for bike rides, had meals together. We get along quite well. Disagreements, for sure, but yeah, everyone has disagreements with people they get along with normally. That's normal. It's called human interaction. You're not always going to agree 100% of the time on 100% of things. That's what happens all the time. People, they try and do this 100% mentality, and then if it's like 99% or 98% or 90%, they're like, oh, it's a failure, it's not happening. So that's what people got to get out of, and that's what we're trying to encourage people to get out of, the 100% mentality, 100% or nothing. Instead of going, okay, it's not 100%, let's go for 95% or 98%. Does that make sense? So people jump to conclusions. People, when it's not 100% perfect, then they just think it's just collapsed or whatever, and then they just give up. It's like in fitness, in diet. If I can't train every single day, they'll just give up. I went out training today, and no one really came out, so I just went home. So I did a 2 kilometre bike ride today, and that's my training for the whole day. A lot of people go, 2 kilometres, I'm just losing motivation, I can't do this, oh my god, I'm just going to quit. You know? Like this, I have a disagreement with someone, and like, oh my god, I thought they were my friend, and they're disagreeing. Like, relax. Nothing's ever 100%. Just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean you hate them. Just because someone disagrees with you doesn't mean they hate you. Just because someone disagrees to someone else doesn't mean they hate that person. Just because you don't go out training today or do whatever today doesn't mean you've given up. Relax. Carb the fuck up. We'll see you soon.